Hey YouTube, coming at you with my last Fossil Cup team because after having used Escavalier and Lanturn here, I've used every usable Pokemon for this meta over the last week. So this combo is actually extremely strong. I was actually surprised how strong it was because you basically cover all of your weaknesses. Escav's only really weakness is Fire and Flying and Pelipper, and Lanturn takes care of them. You kind of have a bit of a, and Ferrothorn. No, Ferrothorn you beat, Lanturn's weak to Ferrothorn. And Grass and Escav is going to beat that because it's Steel. So great combo there. You needed a third. I think Quagsire has just been so strong for me that it made sense to run with it. And I did. So it's sort of like an ABB style team. So you kind of need to draw out a Ferrothorn with your Quagsire. So that's fine. I can do that. They catch on a Swampert, a Shadow Swampert. So that does a lot. So I'm going to try and catch a Hydro here on 5. And they do not throw right on 5, which is too bad. So this is probably an Earthquakes because they're at like 1 HP, so it makes sense. Okay, Sludge, that's fine. I was supposed to say it makes sense to throw the nuke and try and grab a shield or take me out. So we'll shield that up. I have energy. Lanturn's just so strong. I can live a drill run. It's super effective, but you'll live it from this range, and I'll get a Surf off, which does like 50% to a Escav. So it's pretty crazy how strong Lanturn is. I mean, it's not crazy. We know how strong Lanturn is. They're not going to take me out before I get to another one. This will do a ton of chip damage. They have to shield. I'm going to now snipe. So I sniped it before they get to there because I figured don't want to get farmed down. So take this out. Shield advantage. And I haven't even put my Quagsire on that Lanturn. Lanturn, good matchup here. So this is where it gets tricky, right? I have such a good matchup here, although you're going to see these Surfs add up and they catch on a walrein. Okay, again, good catch. Not really, because now I can just counter you down. You're a walrein and I resist the ice, so and you're not going to get to an earthquake, so this is definitely just an icicle spear. So I'm still coming out low with energy. Where it gets tricky is in these sort of leads where, like against Lanturn, where you have the drones and you do super effective. Luckily they're switch locked now, so I can come into Quagsire right away. And now they're switch locked, so I'm just going to farm up a bit. But it's tricky where it's like, okay, you want to stand with your Escavalier because you have such a good matchup, but you also need to like draw out a potential Ferrothorn or Grass in the back ASAP, right? So that is kind of where it gets tricky. It is a Pelipper, which is just like I've got this guy pretty dead here because I can do Stone Edge here, and if not, I got my Lanturn on this in the very near future. I could shielding a Stone Edge off, it doesn't matter. I think I just come Lanturn. I can live a Weather Ball at that, so not even a need to hard punish this with the Lanturn, but I will spark it down, take whatever move, piece of cake. So Mawile, so you're weak to obviously get out of here. Escav is definitely going to be my safe swap. They come in with a Jellicent. I've played this matchup a few times. From a non-shadow to Mud Bombs does not take out. So I always go Stone Edge first because then you can threaten, shield or not shield, like you can live one. Depends what you want to do here. I shield because I figure they always go for the Shadow Ball first just because Quagsire is very tanky. And then at this point, even though I have a Stone Edge, I can go for the Mud Shot, Mud Bomb combo because they're almost always likely to shield. And those Mud Shots add up and put it in Mud Bomb range after the buff that Quag got this season, right? So I am very easily going to flip this matchup. I can even survive a Shadow Ball, quite honestly. So I can just, and it's just a Surf, so that's fine. I could have survived a Surf or Shadow Ball, so I've already got both their shields. The Mud Shots and Mud Bomb is now going to combo this out of here. So I took shield and switch with the Quagsire. That's why I think it's one of the strongest in this meta. And they leave an embarrassment. So good lead here. Jellicent. Let's see if this is the one that fought super hard for switch. So I shield up, or maybe this is the one that I shield up early. Yeah, okay. In one of the matchups I had this matchup. Lanturn, was it with this team? Was it my loss coming up? I had a Lanturn against a Jellicent, and I just went straight Spark Thunderbolt. They went Shadow Ball first, and they landed the Shadow Ball, and were able to 2-shield my Thunderbolt and flip switch. And then they had me hard counter the other way. I don't know if I have that matchup here. So now I often do keep switch just because, I mean, they're going to have 2 moves coming out of this, so they're playing pretty well. Grabbed 1 shield from me in the mid game. This is going to take me out. I can come in here and counter, but they would have a, they can move coming out of there to throw at me. Having played this matchup multiple times, I know I survived 2 weather balls. Non-shadow would, I mean, a shadow version would not, but I am a non-shadow, so I definitely survived 2 weather balls. Stone Edge would probably take this out or put it like within like a couple HP because they dumped all their energy. I'm now going to get to a second one here. Let's see if it takes out. It's usually just like a couple HP short. Yeah. So they're going to have a move. Could be a Hurricane. I think I got a shield. Yeah, I got a shield because it could be a Hurricane. And I know they're at a move here, but 1 move here is not going to take me out as opposed to a Hurricane, which would have taken me out. So that's 1 Joran. Almost, I mean, does not almost, but puts me in the red, but able to take them out with the move there. Again, Sandslash, good lead here. Lanturn, so I'm probably going to stand and throw a Joran. They're going to surf me before I get out. Yeah, that's smart on them. I maybe should have got out right away just because I have such a good matchup with the Quagsire. I think I gotta make. I mean, Duron's gonna do super effective. If they let it go, I can just mud bomb. Oh, and they shield, so I'm gonna get it back anyways. I got it back, and now I'm just gonna dominate this matchup. Even so, like when you have 2 waters in the back, you probably want to, and you have such a hard punish for this. There's no reason for me to not get out into this because again, 2 mud bombs and mud shots would have taken it out. But now it's just like I still need 2 mud bombs and mud shots, but I also burned a shield, and they gave them an energy advantage. So again, just make that switch quicker. So they let it go. I was about to say they can't really. Well, I mean they can come in here, but this is gonna hurt. I mean they may win CMP here. Yeah, that's fine. But a little bit of chip. Have my Escav on theirs. I expect them to get out of here ASAP. And oh man, I just got them hard countered essentially. So again, Shadow Ball won't take out. Not even close. Get the Thunderbolt off here. This basically takes out. They decide to shield 2, 3, 4. So this could be a Shadow Ball, so I have to shield. It is a bait of a surf, so I really don't want to take any more chip damage here. So I'm just going to get this out. But now I need to get to a Thunderbolt here. And I do, because they're just going to go for the full farm down. So I just need to chip this as much as can and snipe here. Sniped right into a move. Again, drill run won't take me out. It'll leave me low, but they need another move. Yeah, that was a pretty hard counter team. Escav against Jellicent. Okay, so this one I got to get into one of my safe swaps. Oh, I think this one I got hard countered. I think this was a Jellicent double grass team, if I remember. Which is like, okay, you can't really do anything about that. I think I tried to stay in and fight, but I think it was all for nothing. So lose that, come in Escav, farm down, come out with that drill run. Problem is this rock slide, I was like, I know I'm neutral to rock because I'm half bug, but I did not know how much it would hurt. And this took me into like the yellow. Oh yeah, I was remembering like, oh, that sucks. I expect the Jellicent to come back in. I'm like, let's just bank the energy in case I need it. Yeah, I forgot that one. So this game is over. Let us just... Yeah, I was going to say let's fast forward. And I'm pretty sure I hard counted it. I'm pretty sure there's one more battle where I hard counted the other team. So let's just talk for the last couple minutes while these battles play out. Lots of hard countering. Again, it's tough. You need to try and draw out a Ferrothorn or a fighter with Quagsire, but a lot of those matchups... Again, if you don't see a Pelipper or you don't see a Pelipper, Jellicent, or Fire, Escav is like a pretty good in neutral situations. So you need to try and draw out a Quagsire. I mean, eventually draw out. So you can, It's one of those things where like you need to leave, but you don't need to leave ASAP. So that's it. Let's do some Ultra League this week. I'm filming this Thursday morning to go up either, I don't know, Sunday or Monday or wherever. But I am going to play Ultra League this week. If you're seeing this, I may not have posted any new teams yet because because I've got Ultra League Pidgeot team for Friday that I've got going up, and then Saturday I've got Fossil Cup team. So this may go up Sunday. I may just do both Fossil Cups on, or I may save one for the week. I don't know. So it's either going to go up on Sunday and you haven't seen any new Ultra League teams, or you're going to see a new Ultra League team on Sunday, and this is going to go up sometime on Monday. I am trying to think of what Pokemon will be strong in this Ultra League. There's two things that come to mind because of, I'm going to try and put out a vlog too, because I think that this adventure week is huge, and Aurorus is like top. I don't know what its ranking is in Great League, but in Great League and Ultra League, I gotta imagine that Aurorus is like top 20 for both. So 45 in Great League, which is actually lower than I thought, but that's okay. It's a little glassy, and then Aurorus in Ultra League is 17. I'm gonna go grind for this Pokemon hard because again, Great League, super strong Great League option, and even better Ultra League option, which I also think a lot of people will grind for this and will use this. So between the Aurorus and between I don't know. I mentioned in my Ultra League teams video, you don't need to build against Zygarde. I'm wondering if people do or not. Part of me thinks that between the double, which is at rank 25, between the double and people asking me for teams for double, and between Aurorus, my gut is telling me to run Scrafty. Between those two and just other steals, neutral matchups against like Swampert and stuff like that, it does fine. So my gut is telling me to run Scrafty. So my first team may include Scrafty, but there's a lot of weaknesses for Scrafty that I need to cover I mean, Fairies is the obvious one, Charizard is the flyer, Tapu Fini as the Feather Fairy, Cresselia with Moonblast, and then those other fighters like Virizion that beat you. And then this weekend, Sunday, is Community Day, and I would expect more counter Poliwrath. Right now it's ranked, they haven't updated pvpoke, it's 111 with Mudshot, but I've got to imagine that counter Poliwrath is going to start showing up everywhere as of Sunday as well. So between counter Poliwrath, Aurorus, people may be aiming for more, I don't know what people aim more for. Will they bring in more fairies? It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting to think about like what people are going to try and evolve here, or if they're just going to go with other teams. Is Ghost Dragon going to be okay if I see more doubles with Payback and more Aurorus and more Fairy potentially? I may have to sit Giratina and think about other Pokemon. I think Swampert's not bad, but again, Swampert against Poliwrath would be tough, but against Aurorus would be great, and double is neutral, and you're neutral against anything. So I don't know. There's a lot of things I need to think about. I'm going to try a variety of teams, and I will showcase them to you this upcoming week. So let me know if you made it this long. Let me know in the comments below if you're playing Ultra League and what you are thinking about this new meta. Again, Aurorus is so strong, but Aurorus is strong, but with an ice and rock type moves, you run a steel Pokemon, you like Registeel, you're gonna wall this thing. so I could see more Registeals, which means that you can use more fighters. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one.